Monaco's royal family has always kept many secrets. Their lives, love stories, infidelities, tragic deaths, divorces. Everything about the Grimaldi family has always been a mystery. And one of those mysteries is the relationship between Caroline of Monaco and her daughter Charlotte Casiraga. To understand the mother-daughter relationship, one must also be well aware of the real bond between Caroline and her foremother, Hollywood star Grace Kelly, because, in truth, the princess has always felt the absence of her mother in the family. There was not only affection between them, but also a real gulf. In fact, she was always much closer to her nanny, Maureen Wood. For my brother and I, she was a key figure in our lives, Caroline admits. Although Carolina didn't have a very close relationship with her mother, she has an incredibly strong attachment to her daughter, Charlotte. Over the years, the two have caused a stir with their impeccably elegant appearances in public, epitomizing Grimaldi sophistication and luxury. However, mother and daughter did not always see eye to eye, and had to overcome their differences to achieve a cordial connection. Despite her aristocratic life, the princess' life was not without tragedy first. In 1982, her mother died in a car accident, and 8 years later Stefano Casiraghi, her daughter's second husband and father, was killed in a boating accident. When her father died, Carlotta was just 4 years old and overwhelmed by the tragic loss. Everything she did reminded me of how brave she was. Losing someone somehow makes you have the courage to overcome the suffering and fear it causes, she said in an interview. After the untimely death of her husband, Caroline was determined to restore normality to her daughter, with whom she went to live in the south of France. Her father's death was very traumatic for her and her siblings. Her mother wanted to protect them and brought them up away from the turmoil of Monaco. Partly because of this, she became a very good student and took an interest in horseback riding. She was a serious teenager, never a party girl, said Pauline de Lassue. Being the daughter of an international celebrity and royalty, Caroline wanted to protect Charlotte from the paparazzi's gaze. In fact, she was always very protective of her, more so than the rest of her siblings. As a result, she refused to give her daughter the title of princess, fearing that it would deprive her of the opportunity to create her own destiny. Casiraghi herself said she was happy with her mother's decision. "I am not a princess. It's her, not me. I am the niece of the head of state. And in this status I have some representative duties. Nothing very restrictive or exceptional," she told in an interview. In 2013, Charlotte Casiraghi gave birth to her firstborn son Raphael by actor Gad Elmaleh, who is 15 years older than her. This relationship seemed to be approved by his mother, as the artist revealed that his mother-in-law tends to laugh at his jokes. Years later, in October 2018, Grace Kelly's granddaughter gave birth to her second son, Balthazar, with Dimitri Rassam, whom she married the following year and divorced in 2024. Charlotte spoke about how her relationship with her mother has changed in the years since having children, and admitted that motherhood has helped her understand her mother much better. "You empathize more and understand more things because it's a transmission of the maternal bond," she explained. She also admitted to the ups and downs they've experienced. When you have children, you realize that your mother accepts the fact that she's not the only one like that, and that's very liberating. A lot of people feel that they have that power too, that they have the ability to give life, and it's not something that they owe only to their mother. So of course you reflect that in different ways. Because the mother-daughter relationship is very complicated, she says. Both lovers of fashion and luxury designers, Charlotte believes her mother is a great figure and role model. In fact, she is very proud of the fact that she has always been a big feminist. "I belong to a generation in which this issue was alive," she told in an interview. "However, I remember my mother telling me, she told me in the best of intentions, you don't need to go to school in the end, despite the differences that may exist between them." Both enjoy the trust that Caroline always wanted to have with her mother. The lives of members of the Monaco royal family are always shrouded in mystery. And the relationship between Caroline of Monaco and her daughter Charlotte Casiraga is no exception. This relationship can be better understood by looking at Caroline's bond with her mother, Hollywood star Grace Kelly. Despite a difficult relationship with her mother and numerous tragedies, such as Grace Kelly's death in a car accident and the death of her husband Stefano Casiraga, Carolina was able to build a strong and protective bond with her daughter. Carolina and Charlotte became symbols of elegance and sophistication, but their relationship was not easy and required effort to overcome their differences. Caroline sought to protect her daughter from the influence of the paparazzi and allowed her to choose her own path in life, refusing to give her the title of princess. This decision allowed Charlotte to grow up to be an independent and confident woman, despite the public spotlight. After becoming a mother, Charlotte was able to understand her mother more deeply and appreciate her efforts to nurture and protect her. Their relationship underwent a transformation, and Charlotte recognized that motherhood helped her to better understand her mother. Both women, lovers of fashion and luxury, respect each other and appreciate the trust that Carolina always strived to have with her mother. Despite the challenges, Caroline and Charlotte have been able to build a strong bond based on mutual respect and understanding, emphasizing the importance of family ties, even in the life of royalty.